Hello and welcome to the She Ascends Circle Lounge. I'm your host, Danielle Calhoun, and today we are continuing our Meet Your Co-host series. And so far, you have gotten to know one of our incredible women who will be sharing this space with us. And today, you are going to meet our other phenomenal co-host who is sharing our space with us, her story and her purpose, and what ascension means to her. So today, I am very excited to reintroduce to you Kay Ray. Kay is an artist, healer, and storyteller who blends the grit of real life challenges with the grace of creative transformation. And if you haven't watched the last two series that we had for our other co-host that's in attendance, Bahati Hart, you want to go back and check those out as well. You don't want to miss any of these ladies' stories, I promise you. So thank you, Kay, for your time today and being here.
Hey, I am thrilled to be here. Really.
so let's dive in so everyone can get to know a little more about you and
All right.
why you're here in the circle.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell us about your journey. Like, what do you do? How did you get started? And what inspired you to walk the path that you're on today?
Hmm. Well, the path that I'm on today in doing what I do with the wellness art experiences was actually a long time coming. I've been an entrepreneur for over 30 years, and everything that I've done in my work life has really centered around helping people. I owned a health food store for 10 years. I was a massage therapist for 20. And during that journey, I attended a training through Clemmer and Associates. And the founder, Brian Clemmer, became my mentor. And it really set me on the path to discover what my purpose was. And that was to leave a legacy that lasts longer than I'm alive on this planet, and that the legacy that I really want to leave is to help women and men understand that whatever they've gone through in their life doesn't have to, their past doesn't have to dictate their future. It can inform it, but it doesn't have to dictate it. And it definitely doesn't, their past doesn't have to run their present or their future. And so I went to Canada and got trained as a coach through a coaches training institute. I even worked for Clemmer and Associates for a time and was trained in seminar facilitation.
Oh, wow.
And I love it. I've developed my own seminars. I've spoken in prisons in California and in Texas, and have done corporate events in Canada and across the US. So I have a passion for it. I love seeing that light turn on in someone's eyes when they feel that spark of connection and hope, and that they're not alone in their walk. Because what most people feel when they're in the middle of it is that no one else could possibly know how I feel. And while I may not know exactly how you feel, I know a simulation of it. And there are many other people around the world that probably do too. So giving people a sense of connectedness and hope and a framework that they can use to actually take ownership of their present and their future is really what I'm all about.
I love it. I love it. So, was there a defining moment that shaped who you are now?
Ooh, do I have to pick one? It's been a long road.
Just
I'm
for this
50.
time.
I'm 55, by the way, and so I'm going to pick the year that I turned 50,
Okay.
5 years ago, and I'll turn 56 in June. So Gemini all the way. When I turned 50, I was just wrapping up um, some lengthy trauma therapy. I do personally deal with complex PTSD and anxiety and everything that comes along with that. So I sought help for myself and did intensive trauma therapy. And as I was wrapping it up, I was looking around at my life and I realized, this isn't fulfilling me. I'm, yes, I love my customers at the health food store. I love my massage therapy customers, clients, and I'm helping them. But it's the that really one-on-one, that speaking, that coaching, that really getting intimate with people that way and helping them, that really is what lights up my soul. And then I met my husband. I'm a newlywed. I've only been married to my husband for 3 years. I knew him for 20,
Yeah.
but he is an artist. He has always been an artist his whole life, over 40 years, 49 years professional mural artist, and he's in his
Wow.
60s now.
Wow.
So, and he told me, "You're an artist." I didn't recognize it within myself. I mean, I would play and doodle, but I didn't know. And once he opened that door, I sprinted through it, sprinted. So, art became an integral part of my healing journey, very much so. And then I sought more information about it. And art therapy is a real deal. And while I'm not an art therapist, I do know the power of it. And I know the techniques that have worked for me, and I keep educating myself and doing research. And compiled with all of my extensive other training and experiences, I combine the two into workshops that I call wellness art experiences. And stepping into the an artist lifestyle, it was completely foreign, but it definitely has transformed me in wonderful, wonderful ways. I just can't say enough about it.
I love that. I can tell just when you talk about it, like you
Oh
light up
yeah,
when you
yeah,
talk about it. Yes, yeah, the
yeah.
smile
And
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 she just lights up.
and I paint murals professionally alongside my husband. He and I work side by side and still paint my own work. And um, I just want to give that. I want to offer that sense of peace, that sense of connection, that tool that people can have to add to their toolbox, you
Yeah,
know, just
yeah.
to help regain a little bit more of what they're looking for. Joy, peace, what have you.
I love that. I love that. So let's talk a little bit about your ascension journey. So when you hear that word ascension, Bahati said that the Maxwell song comes to her mind.
Right.
She's dancing. What does it mean to you?
Well, for me, what comes to my mind, and I actually did a painting of this, is Phoenix Rising.
Mm,
It's and for me it was burning away all the old beliefs, all the old rules that I decided I needed to live by, burning all that away and coming to terms with who I really am, what fits right for me, and then rising from those ashes and embracing, this rebirth and who I
mm.
am and standing in the power of that.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So, how has your own life reflected a process of rising and healing?
Mm. Well, I came through up through a very traumatic upbringing in childhood, and it nearly crushed me. And the fact that I'm still standing and functioning and talking coherently
Yeah.
is a testament in and of itself. I know how hard it is to walk through the darkest parts of ourselves and the darkest part of myself, and the courage it takes to face that. And if I can offer someone not necessarily a mirror, but a hand to hold, a support system,
Yeah.
it meant the world to me during my journey and still does. And I definitely want to offer that to everybody that I come in contact with.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So one last question, before we wrap up this segment. What are there any practices or beliefs that I know that art's a biggie because I have heard about art therapy and I used to do mandalas that would help me through therapy. So definitely believe in in the therapy behind that. But any other practices or beliefs that keep you rooted in joy as you grow?
Well, honestly, the thing that I lean really heavily on is the four agreements. If the audience hasn't heard about that, the Four Agreements was written by Don Miguel Ruiz, and it's four agreements to live your life by. You know, always do your best. Your best is different when you feel well versus when you don't. Don't take anything personally. Anything.
Yes.
Don't make assumptions.
Absolutely, Danielle.
Yes. So and so it's and also be impeccable with your word, meaning don't speak ill of yourself, because our subconscious hears that and it believes everything that we say to ourselves. And it's powerful. Our subconscious is so powerful, but it's a freaking idiot because it thinks everything is real. so so that practice for me is sometimes it's an hour by hour practice. Sometimes I'm good for the day. But I always refer to it. I always refer to it. And then gratitude, uh, above and beyond. Just really being grateful for what I have, focusing on what I can create today in this moment, because today is all I have. This moment is all I have. The future is not promised. So staying really grounded and rooted in the present
Yeah,
helps a lot.
I love that. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for sharing. Um, and we will see you in the next segment. But that is all for this segment of Meeting Your Co-host. Tune in next week for segment 2 so you can learn more about Kay Ray. Until next time, keep rising. Bye.
Bye.